Nigerian music is popping the charts everywhere. Huh?
I mean, one can't deny the fact that our population is also playing a key role because they are literally Nigerians scattered everywhere, all around the world, and Nigerians are also very passionate about themselves. You know, so there can be that one guy in Germany who goes to the club. I mean, has money to spend, and the DJ is not playing Nigerian music. Like, it can bug the hell out of you. Listen, you need to play my music. You
So
know.
so if you make it, literally, you're telling me if you make it to Nigeria, you've made it in Africa because. I've seen. I was checking out. You've won a World DJ Award in let's see in the year 2012, right?
Yeah.
You when you make it in Nigeria, basically you've made it in Africa.
Well,
Is
one
it?
could say that, yeah, because I mean, not necessarily that everything happens in Nigeria, but like when you make it back in Nigeria, like there's a tendency that boom, your music travels really far. I mean, I'm sure it's the same here because right now we're in the 21st century, social media, internet, it's more easier than what it used to be before because you could put out the music and then you have fans all around the world vibing. But in terms of Nigerian music dominating, I would say the population. I would also say
Is it really
the
the problem?
competition,
I
the
want-
competition as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, the competition.
The competition, because everybody wants to be on their A game. Everybody wants to drop quality, good music, and it's very amazing because guys back home make all this happen with little or no resources. So what happens if they have access to massive resources? What's going to happen? Like we're just going to take over the world. So I mean, everyone is working. Competition, yeah, the population, and also very being passionate about ourselves.
I want you to say something in regards to back at home in Uganda and East Africa. There's always that argument that radio stations, DJs play a lot of Nigerian music. There's
In
always
East
that
Africa?
in East Africa. They
Yeah.
say that we need to start playing our own music. You know,
Yeah.
they always give examples of Nigeria, South Africa, where you guys have a quota system where you play a certain percentage of
Yeah,
music
yep,
from your
yep,
country.
yep.
Does it benefit your craft as an artist?
Um, that's actually a very good question. In terms of my own craft, I mean, I travel all around the world. I play for different audience. As a professional DJ, you should have music from everywhere because you don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know who's going to come request for a certain song from a certain place at any time. You know, so it's only right for you to open your music knowledge to other sounds that are not necessarily from your own territory. And that is what I do everywhere I travel to. Because like earlier in the day, I was with a DJ friend of mine here, trying to get into the vibes that are popping here. And what I'm gonna do is because I'm on radio back in Nigeria, so those songs are gonna get on my radio show definitely because I feel they are good.
Do you know there's that argument? We don't play as much music as we should as radio presenters, as DJs. You play too much of Nigerian music. Why can't you play our own music?
You see, I don't know what the system is like here. Back home, I'll use the radio station I work with as an example. So there's a certain percentage
That
for
you have to play.
yeah, for Nigerian songs. Same for African songs. You know, so you just need to.
What is the
strike balance.
percentage? Let's get literal.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 60% Nigerian,
16% Nigerian
60%
music.
Nigerian music,
Uh-huh.
25% African music, and then the remaining 15%.
You play.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You see me laughing, right?
I mean, because there's too many good music coming out from Nigeria.
You know, there's the argument that we don't have as enough music. We don't have the you guys face the same challenge. People always argue that Ugandans don't have as much music. We cannot compare ourselves to South Africans or Nigerians.
Yeah.
We cannot start playing Ugandan music to that extent. We won't have the extent of music.
I don't agree to that to an extent because if you don't push your own, who's gonna do that? You get me? So you need to push your own. You need to motivate the artist to want to do more. to want to do more good music. So I mean, because they know at the end of the day, it's going to get to one of the best radio stations in Uganda. So why not put in more effort, make quality music, shoot good videos, and boom, get it out there.
Yep. Yeah, you heard it from DJ Neptune. Now you've worked with big artists. You've worked with the likes of Burna Boy.
Yep.
You've worked with Davido.
Yep.
Tell me about it. Working with Burna Boy, for example.
Burna is a cool guy. Burna was on my debut album. The track is called Shayo. Amazing guy, very talented. I'm happy for him because he's put in so much work to be where he is today. Yeah, I've worked with a lot of these guys. They're my friends, we're colleagues, so we're there for each other. They're there for me, I'm there for them. Yeah, so that's it basically. Yeah.
When was your breakthrough? Which jam?
What, jam or as a DJ?
Yeah, as a DJ. Yeah.
As a DJ. Okay, so I started DJ far back as 2001, and then I got my break 2004. That's when I got on one of the biggest private radio stations as a then. So I did radio for straight 6 years, and it was a good thing because it wasn't just the station was in Lagos, but they had I was on the network belt, so whenever my show is on, it's like the whole Nigeria is plugged into what's
just like this show, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, man.
So that I mean took me to another level. Then at some point I also DJed for N8TOC. I was just band DJ for like about 2, 3, 4 years, and then I mean I still do my private gigs, still on radio back home. I move around and do my business, and yeah.
What makes a good DJ?
Okay, what makes a good DJ? The ability to be able to understand what the crowd wants to listen to, what they want to dance to, without anybody coming to you. There's this body reaction you get. Like,
what if you work on a radio station? How do you know?
I mean, listen, I say this, being a radio DJ is different from being a club DJ, and it's different from being a street DJ. What a lot of DJs don't understand is you can't play the same way you play in a club on radio. With radio, you have different...
Clap for that, You have... Amen to that. I love that.
You have different age bracket listening to you, one. You have different audience that love different genre of music. So you need to touch base at least every 4, 5, 3 minutes. You need to touch different bass. Do a little bit of hip hop.
And how do you know that? How do you know?
I mean that's what makes me Neptune. I don't need to know because in my head I know like millions of people are listening, and then the only way I can differentiate myself is to play what they want to listen to and then let them enjoy the song. I hate it when DJs, I mean, if you want to do a mega mix, there's time for mega mix. Have fun, but you being on radio and playing music for listeners at home, you're the man in charge, you're the pilot. To them, you know your dues, you know what you're doing. So, for instance, if you're playing a song and they're just getting into that song and you want to mix it out, trust me, sometimes impatient people can just tune off.
Yeah. What do you like? What do you hate about radio presenters? I've been tagged on so many. Yeah. What do you hate about radio presenters?
What do I hate about radio presenters? Nothing.
Come on. There's one thing, they talk over songs. Come on, say it.
Oh, well, yeah, they talk on songs, but there's a way you cue in and cue out, and that's what makes you a professional. So I mean, yeah, I understand where you're coming from because that song, like I said, the listener might be getting into the moment, and you just blah blah blah. Oh, God, this guy again. You just love to talk, and you just allow the music play. So I understand that feeling.